Could not waste this makeup. Thanks to Ulta. So this week we've been having some interesting conversations. Do you know the why am I talking? The WAIT? For some people who have a lot to say, some people who are used to speaking. Oh, Buster wants to join in. Some people, we could also say, have historically been listened to. This why am I talking is a good practice for you. If you are a person who does not experience those circumstances where you are often listened to, then ignore it. One of the interesting things that I'm going to bring to you today is, why am I doing this? W.A.I.D. I think this one's more powerful. Why am I doing this? First, go figure out what your Enneagram is. That's a longer thing. We can talk about it. It's important. Why am I doing this? Can be in your business and your personal life, but really it's like a values-based question. Let me give you an example. Buster, what you think? An example in my coaching practice this week was talking about a sales strategy that's relationship based. So I have a pair of clients, and they're not new to business, but they're new to launching these sort of projects. They are not new in their community. They are known, but they want folks to know about this new offering they've got. So they were thinking about ways to reconnect with someone they talked to earlier, and they had tossed around this like old school sales, and y'all, I've done it. I have sold all the things, including not vacuum cleaners, but I have sold newspaper advertising for a long time. I've sold all sorts of things. And one of the old school ways is to do a drop by, or to like drop off a gift, right? That's very old school. It's very relational, right? So one of the pairs was like, okay, we're going to drop off cookies, but like it just felt weird to her. Right. So here's what we got to do. We got to really look at the intention and make sure that the intention of why they would do this matched the action. Why am I doing this? So it's not just about dropping off the cookies. So I asked them, so what outcome do you want? What do you want out of this? With this, tell me more about this. And they said, well, we really want to be a part of their mission. We really believe in what they're doing and the women they're supporting. And I said, oh, so you want them to, what do you want them to feel? And they said, supported. And I said, well, then dropping by with some rando gift doesn't work, does it? No. So if you really want to feel supported, I ask them, because as a coach, I'm supposed to ask questions, not tell them what to do, although I sometimes know what I want them to do, but that's not my job. So I'm like, so what can you do to make them feel that way? And so they talked it through. Guess what they figured out? Why am I doing this? I want to continue a connection and just really like let them know that we're on their team whenever it's right for us to come in as a consultant. And I said, how would you do that? And they said, well, maybe we like see how they're doing, see how many women are at the shelter, and see what kind of food allergies these folks might have. Doesn't that sound lovely? It's like, hey, we want to bring you by something, a treat. How many people are there? We want to make sure the staff gets one. Isn't that thoughtful? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? So why am I doing this with you? First, makeup. Second, hi. There's a lot of new stuff coming up in my practice. I've got a lot of really interesting folks doing brave and bold things, people launching businesses, people finishing books, people creating like a whole next chapter of their life. I am trained, certified as an ICF professional coach. I can coach anything, but I got this magic skill at people at midlife wanting to restory the next chapter. And they're wanting to do brave, interesting, cool things that they haven't been able to do before for whatever reason. So if this sounds like a good idea for you, let's talk now, because in the fall we got some really cool things that you'll have access to if you're my client. All right, I've got 2 spaces left. Maybe one of them's for you. Hop on my calendar on Monday and let's talk.